Today's topic is our techniques for amplifying DNA sequencing, or simply we can say multiplication of the gene. And for that, most important technique that you have to remember, that is PCR, or called a polymerase chain reaction. Simple, polymerase, that is name of enzyme which is needed for the replication of the DNA also. So DNA polymerase. So same, with the help of this polymerase, a chain reaction will be used to multiply or amplify the DNA sequencing or the gene. So what is PCR? PCR is in vitro method that can be used for rapid production of very large amount of specific segment of DNA or the gene. So multiplication of gene segment is possible with the help of PCR. In this technique, the most important enzyme, that is Taq polymerase. From the name of polymerase chain reaction, you can remember Taq polymerase, which is isolated or separated from the Thermus aquaticus. This particular species is found in the hot spring, and a one important characteristic of Taq polymerase, so that it is utilized in this PCR technique. So it is particularly, this enzyme is not denatured at a high temperature. Normally each and every enzyme will be get denatured at a high temperature, but this Taq polymerase which is utilized in PCR, that is not denatured at a high temperature. So what happened in PCR, that we will look. So here one cycle of PCR is explained. So initially we needed a particular gene of interest which is containing double stranded template DNA. So basically this double stranded DNA will work as a template in the PCR. So first this double stranded DNA will be denatured. So from that double stranded, now we will get two single stranded DNA strand. So that denaturation will be at 95 degrees centigrade, and that is within a 15 to 120 second. Once it is denatured, two primer is added, and these two primer will attach over that particular two single stranded DNA strands. So that is possible at 50 degrees centigrade, and within 30 to 120 seconds this primer will attach over the two single strand of the DNA, and this attachment of primer over this single strand of DNA, that is called annealing. So that is second step of the PCR. First step, that is denaturation, second, that is annealing. So first 95 degrees centigrade, annealing at a 50 degrees centigrade. Now third step of PCR, that is extension, or that extension of this particular primer, from where a new strand of DNA will be synthesized. So simply the new strand is always synthesized in a direction of 5' to 3'. This primer is helping to further activity of Taq polymerase, which we have said about Taq polymerase, which can work at a high temperature 72 degrees centigrade. So within 30 seconds, this Taq polymerase is helpful to make a new strand of DNA in the presence of deoxy NTP. So various particular four nitrogenous base, that is AGCT, so all together are added, so that all together are called deoxy NTPs, and with that will be helpful. With the help of Taq polymerase, this new strand of DNA will be synthesized over the template strand of the DNA. So initially we have only one double stranded DNA, and at the end of one cycle of PCR, which is completed within 2 to 3 minutes, so at the end of 2 to 3 minutes we will get two copies of the same gene. So simply within 2 to 3 minutes in this PCR technique, we can get double number of gene. So if that cycle is repeated second time, what happened? That same three procedure. First procedure, that is denaturation, so separation of the both the strand, then primer is added, and that is allowed to join, that is called annealing, and with the help of Taq polymerase, the new DNA strand will be synthesized in the presence of deoxy NTPs. So ultimately end of the second cycle we will get again double number of gene. So initially 2, so at the end of second cycle we will get 4 same type of the gene. So that is amplification or multiplication. Further, that same cycle is repeated, that is denaturation, annealing, and extension. So initially 4 gene is added in the cycle 3, and at the end of cycle 3 we can get 8 copies of the same gene. So that is cycle 3. Same way cycle 4, 5, 6, and 7. So that number of strand or particular gene will be replicated from 16 to 32, 64, 128, and 256 gene we can get. So in each cycle the DNA strand are getting double, and after getting double we can get multiple number of the gene. So thus 20 cycle provide for 1 million times amplification. These cycle are generally repeated by automated instrument called the temp cycle or PCR machine, time cycler, that is automated PCR machine. So with the help of that PCR, it can be utilized for the various clinical purpose as well as different important use. So that all are the application of the PCR or polymerase chain reaction. So this PCR is utilized for the diagnosis purpose like genetic, bacterial and viral disease. Most important example, that is tuberculosis, medical legal cases, particularly in forensic medicine to identify criminals, as well as prenatal diagnosis, particularly genetic disorder even during the pregnancy, that can be diagnosed with the help of PCR, cancer detection to monitor residual abnormal cells present in a treated patient, and lastly, fossil studies is also possible with the help of PCR, particularly to study evolution. For medical use, this PCR is applicated for various purposes, and in detail of that we will look. So first, diagnosis of bacterial and viral disease. So in early phases of tuberculosis, what happen? The sputum may contains only very few tuberculous bacilli. So that usual acid fast staining may be negative, but PCR could detect even one bacilli present in the specimen. So even a small or minor infection that can be detected with the help of this PCR, because we can multiply in a large number. So any other bacterial infection could also be detected with the help of this PCR. The specific nucleotide sequence of the bacilli are amplified by the PCR and then detected by the Southern blot analysis. Nowadays, most of the revised National Tuberculosis Control Program, under that, most of the this center that is having a gene expert machine which is particularly to diagnosis tuberculosis. So this RNTCP center is mostly having this PCR technique for diagnosis of the tuberculosis in India. Now, second important application, that is medical legal cases. So PCR allows the DNA in a single cell or in a hair follicle to be analyzed. So simply, if we are getting just a single cell, from that we can get a DNA, and once we have DNA, then we can multiply in an enormous number. So the restriction analysis of DNA fragment from the hair follicle from the crime scene is studied after the PCR amplification, and that can be utilized for the different purpose. So this hair follicle, suppose we are getting from the crime scene, and this hair follicle will give a particular DNA profile which is unique for that particular person, and that can be compared with the restriction analysis of DNA sample obtained from various suspects. So that hair follicle that can give clue, because that we hair follicle can give DNA profile of the person, so we can suspect and compare it with a different crime scenes. So culprit sample will perfectly match with that of the PCR amplified sample. So that is important medical legal cases, importance of PCR in medical legal cases. So diagnosis of genetic disorder, the PCR technology has been widely used to amplify the gene segment that contains known mutation for diagnosis of inherited disease such as sickle cell anemia, thalassemia, cystic fibrosis, etc. So basically, to diagnose a particular genetic disorder, suppose that a particular small amount of cell is gathered, and from that initially it is not possible to detect or electrophorese that particular sample, so we can initially amplify that sample with the help of PCR, and then finally diagnosis can be possible. Same way, cancer detection. So identification of mutation in oncosuppressor genes such as P53 and retinoblastoma gene can help to identify individual at risk of a cancer. Suppose that only one or two cell have a mutated P53 or retinoblastoma, then it is not easy to detect that one single mutation in a cell, but once that multiplication of that particular cell gene, then we can know that whether there is a possibility of cancer is high or not. So same way, PCR is also used to monitor residual abnormal cell present in a treated patient. So these all are the most important application of the PCR in molecular biology as well as in medical practice. So that's all about the PCR.